Okay, let's go ahead and get started this morning. I appreciate everybody attending today's announcement for kind of the formal release of the SmartSuite Academy. We will jump in here and I'll click over to the Academy itself and we'll get started. A couple of housekeeping things that are going on. Please feel free to add comments in the chat as we're going through today. If you have actual questions that you'd like for me to answer about things, throw those into the Q&A channel if you can. We'll have a couple of people that are monitoring those either way, but it makes it easier if they're in the Q&A channel for us. As always, I'm happy to stop at any time and answer questions as they're coming through. If they're important, just say urgent, and Nate or Emma or one of our team members will let me know. Otherwise, we'll do those towards the end and we'll stay, typically we stay for about 20-25 minutes if needed to help answer questions, and happy to answer questions around the Academy or any questions around the community or our product roadmap or particular features that you may have questions about as well. First off, I'd like to just say thank you to our internal team under the direction of Nate Montgomery, who is also our community manager, for taking the time to really focus on getting the Academy up and running in its final version for us. We've had about 400 people over the last 3 or 4 months that are active members in the Academy already. I think 450 of you, and quite a number of you have been providing feedback back to us on what you liked and didn't like about the Academy. About 95% of those requests have been implemented. That's here, and we're going to go through that today. But know that the Academy is a living, breathing type of website that, as new features and requests come in, we're going to be jumping on those and adding lots of new content here. Every couple of weeks, you'll see new courses, those types of things popping up. I'd also like to say special thanks to Gareth at Gap Consulting. Gareth has partnered with us and created about 150 videos that you'll see inside of the Academy itself that's there. He's the first of a few different partners that we'll be working with to add content that's here. All right, so let's just jump in. So the Academy is like your favorite aunt or uncle to the SmartSuite community, right? The Academy is where you come to learn all things SmartSuite on your own with individual courses that are tailored specifically to you. You can jump back into the community and ask questions from the entire community, or come back into the Academy and do things that are more specific for you. So here are the main topics that we have included in the Academy. So we have 3 different learning tracks that are broken down with different courses. Each of the courses that are available here are free and are accessible by anyone that has a login back to the Academy. If you are a SmartSuite customer, once you've logged into SmartSuite, you can just click on a link and come directly into the Academy using help. Otherwise, you can sign up for the Academy with the button up here in the top right corner as well with the sign up that's here. We're going to first focus on some of the courses and just the capabilities around courses, but then we're going to dive into the certifications. And I appreciate, again, all the great feedback that we've had on the types of certifications, the different levels, the names that we finalized on here, and even the pricing points that are here. So we'll drive through each of those here. So let's just say that you're interested in learning more about SmartSuite. You can click into the overview of all the courses. You'll see that we have 20-some different courses that are available here on various topics. They're broken down into 3 different levels, from beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So if you were more of a beginner, you can just look at the information here. Maybe you're interested in just welcome to SmartSuite. Just let's getting started. This is the 101 class, online class that's available. So the first thing that you'll notice for each class, that was one of the requests from quite a number of you, is just to do a better job of describing what's in the course before you jump in. So we have some basic information at the top, but basically you'll see the course outline that's here before you even go into the course, to make sure that this is what you're looking for. Along with each course that you'll see, element of the course, you'll see a timestamp that gives you an idea of the amount of time to actually go through the content. This is typically the length of videos that have been created in each of these. As you go through a course, like this is a pretty simple one that I wanted to show first. Each course will then have a knowledge check that allows you to go in and actually will ask you questions about the course content. I'll show you that just in a second as well. In this case, there's 7 questions. And this is not a test. This is meant to just test your knowledge on this particular area. And if you get questions wrong, you can click to view those particular questions and see a summary of what the correct answer is. So the goal here is to help you understand key features, and it's not meant to be something that you stress out about testing about. And then in each case, we provide a summary that really just summarizes the key learnings on a particular course that's there. So I'm going to go back to all courses, click under beginner. Let's just click on all courses, sorry. Maybe I wanted to search for, I was interested in field types that are here. So in this particular course, it's 18 minutes. You'll find that most of our courses are in the 15-minute range, typically a little less. We have a few courses that you'll see here for more powerful features that do take a little longer. So field types is one of those. If I click in, I can see the outline of what's included in this course. If I want to actually register and take the course, in this case, it's just signing me in via now I'm directly in. And I can just say continue. Now it takes me into the course itself. So a couple of things to note here is that you have the ability to see the outline in the left panel here of each of the elements included in the course, and you can jump around to any state that you want. So maybe you were more interested in, let's say, date fields that are here. So I could click on date and go right into the learnings in regards to date. There'll be two key elements of each online course that you'll see. You'll see Gareth in 99% of the cases with videos that he has created that go through this particular topic at a summary and a little bit of detail along the way with some use cases of how to use these types of fields. But in addition to that, you'll see content down below if you'd like to just read the content first before you jump into the video with lots of examples that are here. If you, as you take courses and you have any type of input on things that you would like to see added to the courses, we'd ask that you jump back into the community and just let us know. Just go into one of the spaces and just say, hey, I'd like to see this type of content or more content like this inside of the trainings that are there. But we try to be pretty detailed in here so that you can really get a good understanding in this particular case of field types and have the ability to jump around to each particular field type. So once you start and take these, you'll notice that as you complete one, that we'll check those off for you. We'll give you a progress bar here at the top. Once you're all the way done, if you want to do a knowledge check, you can. You can go into the knowledge check and answer a series of questions. So we'll just fill some out real quickly and just go through knowing that we're going to answer some of these wrong so we can see what the outcome looks like. So I didn't do very good. I got a 40%, but what's important here is not the score, it's the feedback report. So now I can go through each of those questions and we'll give you the correct answers and some additional feedback. And in many cases, what we're starting to add is more information about why the question was correct or wrong to help you from a learning perspective. But just wanted you to understand that the feedback piece is available here. You also have a summary at the end, and sometimes you can jump right to this and it tells you what might be next in your learning path. Next up for me would be the power of Smart Docs if I was inside of the Essentials learning path. If I want to go back to the homepage, I can just click here and go back to all the courses. If I'm in the middle of a course and I want to close the sidebar, I can just close it so you can focus on the content that's here. And then the program has built-in discussions. We're interested to see how many people actually use it here versus in the community, but it is available. So you could go into each of these courses and start having discussions with other people that might be taking the course that's there. To date, that hasn't been a big, largely used feature that we've seen today, more so just taking the courses themselves. So I'll go back to the page. If I wanted to see more courses, I could just click here, see all the courses and go into the next one. We've also added, at the request of a lot of people, the amount of time that's associated with each course on the card, so you get a good indication of how much time it would take you to get through that. And then we've also included a bar here that lets you understand where you're at in that particular course. So you have the ability to start and stop the online courses at any time. And there's no limit to the number of times that you come back in and review the content inside a particular course as well. So that is pretty quickly on the courses that are available. The main thing is we've broken the courses that sign out and go to the homepage here. We've broken the courses into 3 different learning paths or tracks, from more beginner, intermediate, and advanced that's there. And all this is just a grouping to allow you to very quickly get to maybe the courses that make the most sense for you. We've also been asked, and we're adding this in the next day, is the ability to add course numbers at the beginning of the descriptions. So it makes it easier for you to talk about courses with your peers. So like the Welcome to SmartSuite will be course 101. And you could refer to that, or you could do a search for the courses that are up here. Again, all of these courses are free at no charge. You can take them as many times as you want. We just have to either sign up or log into SmartSuite to access this, so we can then track your progress on each of these that are here. 2 other items that relate to online training that we've been requested. and that we've added here. And you'll also notice that it's in the community, or the smart tips that Avi's been doing have been a big hit. People like that these are just those little extra benefits that you have, those pro tips of how to get things done that you might not know as you're started. So we just put these all in one place that's here, as opposed to trying to bury them inside of all the details in the courses as well. But some of the courses do contain these little nuggets as well, but know that you can come right here to see smart tips. And then we've done the same thing on the showcase. So Nate does a showcase from the onboarding team each week that really helps people understand the types of new builds that we're helping clients do, new use cases that are there. So these are here, but the intent is that we're going to begin to share more than just SmartSuite. So these are going to become use cases for other members or customers of SmartSuite that have processes that they've implemented that they would like to share back out. So this will be growing. We'll probably have some tabs at the top. So if you wanted to see more marketing or project management or product development, that you could quickly see more use case centric things that would maybe help you begin to understand how to organize and structure the content of your processes that you have in place. Lastly, we added the video library. This just takes you to our YouTube channel that has a collection of all the videos that we're seeing that are happening in the marketplace, both from partners and individuals. We have 3 different tutorial tracks that we've really focused on here with Dan Lehman, with Layla, Process Driven, and with Gareth at Gap. All 3 of them are producing quite a bit of content on how-tos on Smart. So Layla does a really good job on specific use cases of how you might use it as compared to features that are there. And Gareth kind of does a combination of both use cases and details into features. But then we have quite a number of other people producing content. So this is just that one place that you can go where we'll try to bring it all together just to make it easy if you want to see how other people are using SmartSuite. So if I go back home, now let's talk about certifications for a minute. So this has been a big one for us. We've lots and lots of feedback, and we appreciate all the feedback that's came in on the certifications. We've agreed to 3 different types of certifications, but there will be more to come on the certification side. And I'll get to that in just a minute. But there's 3 different levels. There's a certified pro, an expert, and a consultant. The pro is really meant for people on your teams that need to be really good general users to know how to use SmartSuite and to take advantages of the core features as just a general user that's in place. So we'll cover quite a number of topics here. If I click in here for the certification, I can drill down. You'll see the different types of topics that are covered in the certification itself. And when I say in the certification, this is a series of questions that you take in a course, an exam, and you have to achieve a 70% or higher score to actually pass this test and achieve this particular certification. In the case of the pro exam, this is a 60-question exam. There's no limit on the number of times that you can take the exam, and we give you up to 3 hours to actually complete the exam itself if you need to. The reality is it's an exam that takes it depends on your speed, but if you're looking at about a minute per question, about 60 minutes. We have other people that go through this very quickly, but I would think that an hour to an hour and 15 minutes would be more typical of what you can expect from an exam like this. I'll go back to the certification page here. The exam or certification is really for your internal champions and workflow creators that have been assigned the role of a solution creator, meaning they can create new solutions inside of SmartSuite, and they need to understand how to take advantage of all of the various features that are there. In addition to everything that's in the pro exam that's there, then there'll be additional topics that are covered around creating workflows, really the solutions and apps, sharing and duplicating those solutions, sharing and duplicating views, templates and how to get started with templates, but then automations, formulas, advanced field types, forms, those types of things are covered in the expert. So if you are in an organization and you're the SmartSuite admin or a core solution creator in there, this exam is meant for you. And it's meant for you to prove or to demonstrate back to your employer that you have the level of knowledge appropriate to be able to do that inside of SmartSuite. And then our 3rd level is a consultant. A consultant really includes all of the things that are included in pro and expert as far as questions. This exam is our biggest exam, 120 questions. that are here, but it will also go into a little more detail to make sure that you really understand the different pricing models that SmartSuite has, so you can help customers navigate through pricing and understand should they be on the team, the pro, or the enterprise plan based on the features that are available. We ensure that you understand integration capabilities that are available through Zapier or Make or Apply or API, those types of things. And then that you just have a general knowledge of how to start working with customers as a consultant of SmartSuite on the implementation side. What's coming that we'll be adding here in the next month is a certified trainer. So you can be certified as someone that can offer your services back to customers in a way that they know that you have been trained in SmartSuite, understand the content, and can provide specialized training to them, whether that be one-on-one or whether that be courses that you're hosting on your website, or whether that live courses that you may want to teach for 20 or 30 people at a particular location for one or more customers that we might have there. The way the certifications work, it's pretty interesting. Once you take the certification and you pass the exam, we then are able to send you a certificate that actually you can post on social media. I'll go into Nate's example here. This is Nate Montgomery. He's added his SmartSuite certification under licenses and certifications. If you want to see the credential that's here, you can click and it will actually authenticate back to the Academy and prove that you have this particular certification. And it will actually show that. I don't have one downloaded here, but it will show the actual certificate with your name. The certificates themselves are things that if you wanted to frame those and put those up on the wall at work or somewhere, that you can take advantage of that, or you can just put them online through any of your websites, social media, those types of places to show that you're SmartSuite certified. That's in place. And at the bottom of each of the certifications on the different pages, we've tried to look all the questions that have been coming in as we've been through the beta. We tried to look at those questions, pare those down to core groups, and then try to answer those common questions here and frequently asked. So if you are asking us questions that aren't on here, that's a good indication that we'll be adding that back here for the next person. So please take a look as your initial group that's going to be coming into the new site, and let us know what you think about the answers to the questions, and are there other questions that you have that we should answer that are here. All right, so here's the special offer that we would like to make to each of you that are attending the webinar today. Looks like there's about 100 people, a little over 100 that are on right now. We'd like to offer you one free certification that's here at any level, just for attending today. So no price points that are here for you for the initial group, but we ask a couple of things as you do that. And the way this process will work is later today, we will email each of you with a coupon code that's specific to you for one-time use that would allow you to come in, click on the Learn More, and then click on the Get Certified, and it will take you through the checkout process. You'll use that code, and then it will take you right into the exam. You can use that now. You could use it a month from now or 2 months from now. It's not going to expire on you, so you can do it at your leisure. That's there. But we do ask two things back from you if you take advantage of this. The first is, we just like your feedback on the presentation of the information on the pages as you take the course. Do you like it? Not like it? Do you like the questions? Not like the questions? Just be really brutally honest with us so we can make this as good as we can for kind of the next wave of people that are coming through. And then we ask that you promote this certification somewhere on social media, that you just tell people about the SmartSuite Academy and the courses that are available. And if you'll do that and give us feedback, we want to let you come in and be the first group of people to become certified in SmartSuite. All right, as always, it's always hard to present when you can't see everybody on the other side that's here. Hopefully there's a few questions. Nate and Emma, or someone, can you direct me through some of the questions that are coming in?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. We have a first question about, are the certification exams open book?
They are. Yeah, that's completely up to you. What we're trying to accomplish with the certifications is to help you have a core understanding of all the key elements, features, functions of SmartSuite. And we're okay with how you get there. So if you want to pull up the training and you're going through each question and you're validating that's there, that's okay with us, because we feel like you're getting the knowledge that you need for that particular certification.
Great. Is today's offer for certifications only for one of the certifications?
It is. Yeah, so you can pick one certification that's here. We'll just go back to the certification page. You can pick at any level that is right for you.
Great. Does it explain what we got wrong, like the knowledge quiz at the end of the course?
It does. Yeah, it will show you the wrong answer and it will show you the right answer during the knowledge check. And know that we're going to continue to make the knowledge checks better and better as we continue to get feedback that's there. And we'll start honing in on the knowledge check questions as well, based on your feedback. And we have a number of people that are pretty vocal with me right now on feedback, especially on the pro, for how to get people on their teams certified at a level that they feel that they can be as productive as they can inside of a no-code platform like SmartSuite. And a lot of the content that is here is really no-code in general and just productivity. And then we're showing you the features in SmartSuite on how to do that. But we're trying to educate people on here's how to just be more productive in your day-to-day work that you're doing.
Great. Do the courses have practical exercises, meaning I can practice as I follow along in the course in my workspace?
They don't currently. So right now it is a series of questions, but what is coming is just that. We've had that request many times already. So we will be specifically on the expert and consultant. We'll have use cases that will allow you to log in and start to build things along the way in your own instance, and then answer questions from that build that's taking place.
Great. Kurt's asking, where do we leave feedback? I might have missed that.
Yes. So right now we just want you to go into the SmartSuite community that's here. And you can just come right into the general questions. We're actually having a meeting with the core community team to talk about additional spaces. And that one is one of the topics that we may release next week of space that's specific to the Academy and the comments that you have here. There is one element that I forgot to mention as I was going through the presentation. We've also been asked to notify members in the community when people have been certified so we can help promote them. So we have set up a new one called Certified Members. And what you'll see is a listing of people that have gained each certification as they start to happen. And then you can come back in and comment, high five them, congratulate them in certain ways. But this is the first step for us to help the community understand who's becoming certified. And at the same time, as you go into someone's profile that's here, just go into the leaderboard, we'll pick Baskin as an example. We'll actually include a badge next to people's name associated with the certification that they've received. So as you're looking at comments from folks, a good example here is Peter, where you can see Pete has professional certification. So you'll start to know, maybe you could look at Pete's answer and maybe know that he's coming from a little deeper knowledge base than maybe someone that's newer to SmartSuite as you're asking questions and looking through the content here.
Do we need to go through any of the courses before taking a certification, or are these built into the certifications?
You do not have to. Got that here was one of the first question that pops up quite often. So if you feel that you already have adequate knowledge, you can jump right in and take a certification. However, the courses that we have and the knowledge check questions that are available are going to be, there's some portion of those knowledge check questions that are in the actual certification just to help guide you through that. But yeah, there's no reason you can't just jump in if you feel that you're ready to do that.
Great. There are a couple comments on trainer certification being the next tier above consultants. Rudy's asking, is there a way to sign up and show interest in that certification?
I tell you what, if you just want to open up your intercom chat here at the bottom and just let us know about that, we'll add you to that list. And in fact, we'll probably add you to the list of people we're talking to about what will be included in the questions and how we best get somebody up to speed to be a certified SmartSuite trainer that's there. We have quite a number of partners that have been asking about that. And in some cases, it's very different than a consultant in the way that you would conduct and provide training around SmartSuite. I didn't mention as well as our intercom button that we have on the website and the product is also available directly in the community, or in the community and the Academy. So if you want to talk with anybody at any time on our team, feel free to just jump right in here and start asking questions. We also, based on feedback that we've gotten, the news channel is available everywhere. So no matter where you're at, if there's updates with new features or events or things happening at SmartSuite, you're just one click away in the news here.
Great. Are there discounts for the pro certification for enterprise organizations?
We haven't got that far yet, but that is a discussion that we're willing to have for sure. Yeah, just based on volume.
Great. Great presentation. Look forward to becoming certified. Curious what platform you're using for your community and academy.
Yeah, so we are, for the Academy, we're using LearnWorlds, which is one of the leading providers of online training. We've just heavily customized the look and feel of this, but they do a good job of managing the courses themselves behind the scenes for us and tracking that by user. And then they manage a portion of the certifications and the verification of certifications for us. So the checkout process and that whole piece is there. So LearnWorlds here. And then for the community, we use a product it was called Tribe, and they've changed the name to Better Mode. And again, we've done some pretty good customization to that to fit what the community's been asking back to us.
Great. Alicia's asking, do the certifications build on each other? Can I start with the middle level, or is it best to get all three?
They do build on themselves, but if you're an expert, if you just take the online training, the free courses that you get and want to jump right into expert, you're going to get the same questions that you also get in the pro version that's there. So there's really no need unless you just feel more comfortable starting and prepping over time.
Anna's asking about if we plan to add these certificates to Credly because they can connect into Upwork and it's valuable for freelancers and partners.
Yeah, so you'll be able to use our certificates right now inside of those, but we are looking at that as well. So that was a request that's came in the past. What we decided to do is phase one, which is to use the capabilities of LearnWorlds to get going. And if that is not enough, or we're not doing a good enough job of promoting the people that are certified, we'll definitely move over to that.
Great. That looks like it wraps up most of the certification related questions. Do you want to switch gears towards general questions?
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, any general questions, feel free to throw them in the chat or the Q&A.
Sven is asking about direct connection to Outlook so we can create tasks from email.
So you can do that now through our relationship with Ply. If you're not familiar with them, Ply is a product that allows you to basically go into, you can build a widget. I'm drawing a blank on what they call it. It's not called a widget, but it's basically you can build a rule set and attach an icon inside of your email client. And while you're in the email, you can click that and it will take whatever actions that you want from the content that's in that particular email. We've got quite a number of people taking advantage of that across all different types of email platforms. It can be really specific in that it can put content in SmartSuite, but it can put content in other places. Once it puts content in SmartSuite, it could run another action, like it can create records, update records. Any of the automation type things that we have can be done directly through Ply that's there. We also, inside of automations, have the ability to connect to in Google Mail and take content that's inside and push that back out using your email client. And then just make sure you understand we have a new feature I'm going to show you here, this is just a demo account that I like to play with as I'm showing things off from time to time. But I'll go into a particular record here. I'll open up the communication center. And the capability that was added last month is now the ability to not just add comments inside of here, but you can actually add emails. And we allow you to, when you're creating an email, you can actually pull content that's from the record itself into the email. You can do that if you have an email field, we can pull that into the two. You can do the same thing in the subject. You can build the subject based on fields that you have in the record itself. So here, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but you can see the concept. I could do the same thing for the body where I could say, hey, John, and I could type a message that's in here. I can attach files that are either files that I want to upload just for this, or I can attach files from the record. In this case, you can see it realized that it looked in here that I have a couple of different attachment fields and it says, hey, do you want to include that? And I just attach those to the email that's here. What is going to be released, it may be as soon as Monday, is the ability here to have templates. It goes right here. So now I can set up a template. Each time I want to send information inside of SmartSuite to somebody outside, I could just click here and send the email. All of this functionality is enabled or disabled inside of settings here if you are the solution manager. And if you don't want this capability, you can just turn it off, go back to settings, and now I just have the traditional comments feature that's there. The last thing I'll say about email, this is probably one of it's in our top 5 of features that have came out recently that people are using. And what we have done is we auto-generate an email address for everybody inside of SmartSuite that has an account. So you don't have to connect to any email accounts to do this. And as part of the templates and such, you can also put your email address in by default that's here. So it will send it to your regular email. So as a customer or client responds, it will go into your general email box and also come here as a reply inside a communication center. So you can track that in the same place. That was a long-winded answer, but hopefully that helped a few things about that.
Are we planning to have a desktop?
It's came up quite a few times. We don't have anything in development yet, but it is something that's on the roadmap, but we have not started down that path yet.
Yolanda's asking that she sees people in the community with an ambassador badge, and she's curious what that means.
Oh, the ambassador. Yes. The ambassador badge this is a group of people that we're working with right now, like Baskin. There's about 24 that are in the group right now that are helping us or have been working with and helping us understand what should be in the community and how they want to use the community to talk with other partners of SmartSuite. So Baskin gets this badge because he's one of the 24 people that are a part of that kind of our community leadership team that we put in place currently. And that team includes, I'll get the number of countries off by 1 or 2, but we're like 8 or 9 different countries and all kinds of different clients and nationalities. Like it's a really interesting group and a lot of interesting feedback that's coming back. So that's what that means. And then the partner just means also that they are a member of our service partner program and that they can provide services back to our customers and as part of that program. So it's just trying to help you understand maybe who you're talking to in the community or who's answering questions or asking questions.
Great. Paul's saying he saw the announcement from Avi in the community about Softer. Is there an ETA on that?
We are getting an update from Softer at the end of this week on where they're at. We know that they've started. We haven't seen anything yet. They hired a person specifically to do this work that started on February the 1st. So I would imagine by Friday, we'll have a better understanding once we see where they're at of how quickly that could come out. I don't know if it's a week or 3 weeks at this point, but the minute that we know, we'll be posting and we'll be doing some joint marketing with them to let people know about that.
Great. Yolanda's asking, do you need to be certified as a consultant in order to be a partner?
We have different levels of partners. So at our very first tier of service partner, you do not, and we give you a period of time to become certified. Going forward, we won't list you on our partner. We have a partner listing page where you can see a list of all partners that have been certified. We won't list you, this partner directory. We won't be listing partners on this page going forward that are not for you. So everybody that you see here, you'll know is certified, and we'll tell you the number of certifications that they have inside of their organization as well.
Awesome. Grant's asking for a quick update on the development of logic and forms.
Yeah, that's in the top 5 as well. I don't want to give a good date until I get a demo on Friday morning, but we are super close on that. To what I'll do a post back out on either Friday afternoon or Monday morning in the community with an update on exactly where we're at on that.
Sounds good. Kurt's asking about plans to be able to email a PDF directly from the page designer to a specific records associated email.
Yes. So we're actually working on that now. So there's quite a number of updates to the page designer that are coming just this week. It's in alpha, but it will be in beta at some point next week. And what you're asking for here, there's a couple of things you'll be able to do. You'll be able to go inside of something like here and say share by email. Let's go into a record and look at it. So if I want to share content from here, I'll be able to go in and actually pick, if I can get my mouse on it, I'll be able to pick a template that has been there in addition to a PDF version or Excel version that is just happens that includes all the content that's here. So we'll be able to do that at the record level using information from the page designer, but you'll also be able to use it inside of automations. So if I go into an automation, there's going to be a new action type down here of generate PDF or use that document designer. So I can pull content from the record, and then I could do any series of actions based on that after that. So maybe I generate the document first. The second action is I want to save it to an attachment field in that record. And the third action is I want to send this to a client as an invoice, maybe on the first of each month. That's there. So that piece is being worked on right now. You can manually do that currently, but the automated, I don't want to give a great date on that yet, but we're probably to it. I'll send out an announcement along with the other one that I talked about on either Friday or Monday. Once I get an update, each Friday morning, I get an update on where we're at on things. And that just gives me a clearer picture for that.
Rudy's asking, I'm not sure if this is related to the Academy or SmartSuite in general, but he says, is there an option for bilingual people to switch between languages?
So that is coming. So one of the reasons that we picked the community and learn worlds is it does support that for us. Now we just have to, once we get everything set, we'll start translating content that's in there. And that the translations will just be based on the biggest need that we have. So if you have a need or wanting that, please be vocal back to us and let us know.
Great. Tony's asking about the price of the training certification.
Yeah, so there's 3 levels that are here. The introductory pricing is 50% off each of those levels that you see. So $50 for pro, $100 for expert, and $150 for consultant. Yeah, the goal here is not for us to make money on the training, but we do want to promote people like Gareth to create really great content. And this is how we promote him to do that, is through the fees that we're able to collect here that we can then use on creating more great content.
Great. Is there a timeline for Easy Portal? I'd love to keep things native to SmartSuite versus, or if it's coming out shortly after the software integration. There's any update on Easy Portal?
Yeah, we're working with a company called Easy Portal, which is building a new portal product that will be coming to the space. We'll be the first integration that they are providing into the product that's there. They have a target date of April the 1st to release their beta. I'm hesitant to say too much about that. We don't have 100% control over that, but we know that they're working hard, asking lots of questions. They have a good team that's focused on it. We also have quite a number of customers that we've been putting them in contact with specific use cases so that they can better understand needs for the beta that covers a majority of the use cases. If you feel that you would like to have a conversation with them, we're happy to help broker that where you could share your needs and have a little deeper discussion.
Are there any plans for deep integrations with Microsoft Teams?
So we do have a Teams integration as part of our automations that will allow you to send, go back in here to set this up. So right now you can send, basically, just like Slack, you can send messages into a channel, or like Twilio, you can send a text message based on content that's in a record and decide when you want that to happen, every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, or when certain conditions are met or a new record is created or updated. You can do those actions that are there. If there's a deeper level of integration that you're looking for from that, please share that in the product roadmap or in the community, or let us know via intercom.
Looks like one of the final questions is, could you give us an update on dependencies?
And can you share a little bit more about what you're looking for on dependencies? Are you talking about the display of records like in list view or like Gantt chart type?
I'm sure it's related to Gantt chart, and then relating records and having them act as dependencies or act as dependent records.
Yeah, there's 2 pieces that we're working on in that regard right now, which is the Gantt chart capabilities. We're architecturally building things that allow us to link things together. And when you move one item in the Gantt chart, it can move all the dependent items with it. The second is We're getting lots of feedback right now on the final designs for list view, and list view allows you to build a hierarchical view of content across apps in multiple solutions. So let's say that you have a list of tasks and you have tasks in different solutions. You'll be able to create a view called a list view that will list each of those stacked on top of each other with the tasks all together into one place. Or if you're like a project management company and you have user stories and bugs, and you have those in different apps, if you want to see a single view that puts those together, will allow you to do that. Both of those are working. They're a little longer term. That's not a couple of week kind of thing, but I'll continue to update people on the roadmap on where we're at on those. The first one that will come out of those two will be the Gantt chart.
Great. Then Jason's following up on that, saying you have different types of dependencies, start to finish, finish to start, etc.
I am not 100% sure on how to answer that one, so I'll need to. I tell you what, Nate, can you just get the person's contact information on that, and I'll get back to them direct, and I'll make sure that one of our product managers get them a good answer.
Sounds good. Looks like that's most of the questions. Jon, do you have any more on community related things or academy related?
I don't think so. I think we're just excited about the Academy. We're looking for lots of feedback. We know we've got 400 and some people already using it. We appreciate the feedback to date, but today's a big day with everything going live with hundreds and hundreds of updates that have been requested here. I hope you'll take advantage of the free certifications and provide your feedback on the certification portion and the questions to us so we could make it better and better over time for the next groups that come in as well. And with that, I just say thank you for attending today's webinar. Continue to reach out with questions to us and responses in the community and the roadmap. And have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.